Join me in as I am gonna check in on my turtle island, see how the roots are doing, if it was a good idea to make this planting in this pot or not. I'm also gonna be looking at the root of a rock juniper, seeing if I can do anything to upgrade it, because I didn't do it right the first time. If you'd like to see it, stick around. Hello everybody, and welcome to Gaian Gardens. I'm really inspired by some of the new bonsai channels I discovered on YouTube, and specifically Dave from Dreaming Bonsai. He did a reveal of his root of a rock statue, and I really loved that video. I was very inspired and finally understood the principles of it. And Dave dug up his statue, root over statue, bonsai, the same year that I have started the Turtle Island in my root over rock juniper, so 2023. And I was just waiting, I don't know for what, I guess for Dave to show me what he has in his pot to finally decide to take a look at what's happening in there. So I'm gonna go in and see. I'm guessing I did it all wrong because I had no idea what I was doing, but that's okay. Whatever this planting is, it is. I already have ideas for a new planting because now I understand that I need to have a young sapling that's pliable and really put it next to the statue. So today is a beautiful day, a little bit warmer here in Ontario. So I'm able to enjoy outdoor activity with my bonsai. So join me in as I will discover what's hiding in there. Just going to give you a quick look at the Turtle Island now before I do any further digging or root pruning. As you see, it's a mass of roots. And the back. And I'm about to go in there and discover how it's looking. Probably trim a bunch of those roots. Yeah, and I really don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm hoping I won't ruin this planting because it's already pretty cool, but I want the turtle shell to be showing, and it's deep down there, so we'll see if we can get to it. Here's how far I think I'm gonna go today. I got to expose just a little bit of the shell, but you see, the problem is there is a big gap between the trees and the shell is actually on the angle, so like from here to the bottom it's probably an inch, so they'll never really go onto the shell, but I still think it's pretty cool root structure already, and I really enjoy it. And I think, like there's this gap here. It could be a hiding animal spot or something, somebody sleeping there. Maybe I'll make a little sculpture, like a little troll or something. And this is the view. This is the view on this side. So this side has like this mat of roots, and I don't feel comfortable removing them right now. So I'll leave it for like this for another year or two, and then see what natural selection will do, how some roots will grow bigger, some perhaps will die. This is probably dead. I can still trim this. But yeah, it was really overwhelming, and I was afraid to touch it, but I think it's pretty cool. It's not what I have pictured for this planting, but it's a lesson for me. I think what I'm going to do differently in the next one is I'm going to do a turtle separately, just a sculpture, and of course have younger seedlings, wrap them around the shell, buried under the soil with the seedlings, and then the pot will be separate. So once they're rooted, they will, I will be able to do the root selection properly and then have them in the bonsai pot, but also be able to remove it from the bonsai pot. Whereas here, this turtle is permanently fixated to the pot. So that's a little bit of a problem, because I can never remove this to take care of the roots on the bottom. So it's going to be just one of those situations when they will just have to live off whatever they have there and take care of the roots on their own. I guess I wasn't really thinking properly when I did this, but it was an experiment, and I think it's pretty neat. So I didn't really take a whole lot of roots, just all that I have here, and a little bit of soil. And I'll probably put some moss and some plants on top, especially on this side that has lots of small roots. But this is how the tree looks like right now. Yeah, I think from the front it's actually looking cool. I'm not going to touch the branches right now because we're early spring. I'll wait until the July dormancy period to trim them, bring them back a little bit. But I had some nice back budding, so I have new sprouts here. So I can safely see, like here, little buds. I can safely bring them closer. But I really like the way it looks like, actually. Like, even though it didn't turn out the way I envisioned, it's already looking pretty nice. So I'll just give it a water, and then we'll take a look how it looks like after being washed off from that soil. It's looking really nice. So here she is with a little bit of moss, which I hope will just give extra moisture on top and just some color. Yeah, I really like this planting. It's pretty sweet. And now she's gonna go back onto this tray. It's a boot tray filled with water, which keeps my two just very happy. Thank you, Nigel, for this tip. They were pretty dry, and this tip that he gave us when we were visiting with Nathan, Nigel showed us his tujas were in the tray of water, and it actually works amazing for them. So this planting's been doing much better since I've put it in here. This is their habitat for now. The tray of water. They get pretty nice morning sun here, and then in the afternoon, dappled sun comes through the spruce trees and the maple. Probably less and less sun will be available in the afternoons once the maple leaves grow. Right now, they're still just starting, so there's still quite a bit of light, but it's a really good situation with that water. Now it's time for this juniper, root over rock, and I'm afraid it's going to be the same situation as with the tuja, because I also didn't bare root it. So I doubted that there are any roots really like snuggled with the rock. But I want to take it out and just see what's going on in there, and maybe give them some pruning. Maybe I can save that planting to be something in the future. So let's take a look inside. You can see I wrapped the juniper, but I didn't root it, so there's gonna be massive roots between the rock and the juniper. I just didn't know what I was doing at that time, but that's okay. Let's see how it looks like inside the pot. There's a bunch of those small roots, but I don't know if this is from juniper or not. And the rock is buried solid there, so I'll dig in there and see what I can expose. The juniper and the rock out of the pot, and I must say it's actually progressing better than I thought. So I did what I probably should have done in the first place, which I didn't, which is bare root it and wash it and see the root structure now. And some of them are already like quite nicely fitting in there, so I'm gonna keep it like this. And I want this to be in this direction eventually, but this is how the rock wants to sit now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through some of those roots and do a little bit of a selection, a little bit of a cleaning, and then I'm going to tie them into that rock. And oh yeah, see, like there is a root going here through the crack. That's pretty cool. So there is hope for this planting. I think it will take several years, but it might be a cool planting in the future. So this is what I have, and I don't know how long this tape will hold, but I really don't want to use a wire. So I've decided to use the tape. I think last time I also used some sort of a plastic because I found pieces of plastic. But I think this will be pretty cool. And I have to go back to the same pot because I don't have any pots left. I'm a potter without pots. So we'll put it back into a planting. It seemed like it was happy in with that setup. And now that I have roots sorted, I think I'm going to put some moss, right? Isn't that what you're supposed to do? Like put moss around it before you wrap it. And oh yeah, I think you have to wrap it in plastic with moss. Is that right? I think so. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. That was really fun, and I'm so glad I did it. Overcame my fear of killing another tree. To be honest, I had a really low last 2 years because last year in the spring a bunch of my trees didn't return. For example, my burning bush, which I absolutely loved, and some other trees too died, and I just was a little bit devastated, and I was so afraid to do bonsai. So I haven't done much, but Nathan's visit inspired me to go at it again. And of course, talking to Nigel after going to the bonsai zone, I was like ready to go back and do more bonsai. And then I found out that Bold Yeti is doing videos now, so thank you. That was a huge inspiration. And Dave's Dreaming of Bonsai is a new channel I discovered, and I just absolutely love everything he puts on. So having that confidence and a little bit more reassurance from the community, I felt like I could do it, and we'll see how it goes. I wonder what you think about that plastic. Let me know. Should it be exposed, or should I like take it off? Are the roots gonna cook in there? I don't know. It kind of feels not right to keep that because I feel like it's gonna get really, really hot. So the rest is below the soil level, so it will be nice and cool. But here above ground, I'm not sure if that's how to do it or not, but I'm so glad I did it, and we'll see in 2 years how this juniper is doing. Thank you so much for watching.